And they want to use the child and the wedding as a platform.
Welcome back to Insights with PT. As we reflect on the previous episodes of This Is My Story with Pastor Tola, it is clear that every twist and turn molded him to become who God wants him to be. Though the path wasn't easy, the lessons gained have definitely helped him get where he is now. Here's PT, continuing with the journey of his story.
Then something happened in the course of relationship. So at a point, she started processing her papers to go to UK to do a master's. And then a friend of ours, who later became our chief bridesmaid, said to her, why are you coming to America? Why are you coming to UK? To do what? She said, she wants to come and do a master's. And I want to say, look, let me tell you one thing. I'm in UK here. There are no men here. I hear you say there is a guy that wants to marry you. You better go and marry that guy. This UK thing, you come here, you'll be a single for life. So that was the turning point. So eventually we got married in 1990, and my marriage or wedding, my wedding was something else. What do you mean by something else? Relationship between me and my dad wasn't really good. It's not always been good. And I also realized that during weddings, most African parents, especially if they are separated or maybe they divorce or something, they want to use that time to fight themselves, to get back at each other. And they want to use the child and the wedding as a platform. So I didn't see that coming. So my dad called me one day and said, this was like a few months to my wedding, maybe 3 months or something. I said, this your wedding, how will the arrangements for the sitting be at the reception? I said, arrangement for sitting at reception. Traditionally, it's the bride's family that does all that with reception and everything, In fact, it used to be that they are the ones that will pick up most of the cost. Do you understand? So I said, but he said, no, I don't get what he's saying, that my mom must not sit on that high table. You usually set up high table, and then bride's family, groom's family, then the bride and the whatever. But now it's changed. It's only the bride and the groom that sits together on one. But before, it used to be the whole family. Actually, father, mother, whatever. So when he said that, I said, so where will she sit? He said, she can sit anywhere. I said, sir, you are the one that will not come. My mom, she will sit there. If you come, you are my stepmom also, you will sit there. She's not sitting next to you as your wife. That's my mom, so don't worry about that one. But my mom's sister also, my aunt, will sit there. So I'm bringing 4 people up to that stage, apart from myself. He said, okay, if that's what I want to do, then he's not going to do anything towards my wedding. I said, that's okay. Please, you are watching, don't try to threaten me ever in life. I'm telling you, you threaten me? We've had musicians threaten me in this church. I fired them the same day. Threaten me? No, it's not going to happen. Look, I've come this far by God. Nobody will I give that right to threaten me. I don't care who you are. You can't. You are not there when I was created. So he said he was not going to come. I said, no problem, if you are not going to come. And then he said, even if I come, I'm not going to give anything. I said, it's okay. It's okay. I had savings, So I started spending my savings, da 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 da. But then no matter how much savings you have, after a while, so I had my other siblings, from my mom's side, when they had that, they just went crazy. So they contributed money and everything. They said, don't worry, this thing is going to go well. So at the engagement, everything went well. You know how parents of the groom buys everything for engagement. My father did not buy one thing, I bought it with my siblings from my mom. Did everything. I didn't tell anybody anything was going on. He invited a lot of my aunties and everybody came. The wedding went well. We got up there. My mom was there with my aunt and Itu was there and everybody. So.
Did your dad tell you why he didn't want your mom to sit there?
He didn't have to tell me. I think he was just, playing to the gallery or whatever. I think it was just, I don't know. But honestly, all those things, they really didn't matter to me. It doesn't matter what people say, honestly. I know what I want to do. I'm just going to look at you and say, okay. When I start doing what I want to do, I'll see how you will stop me. Anyway, so the fact that I told him that my mom was going to sit there, honestly, for me, it was just a favor to him. Maybe he didn't realize it. Because I could have kept quiet, and my mom would still have sat there on that day. And I would want to see how you will fight in presence of 500 people who look at you as the father of the groom. And then you now start messing up there. But I told him so that he knows what to expect. Do you understand? If not, I could have kept quiet. So he will have spent all that money thinking my mom will not sit there because of what I told him. He had no power over that. What do I mean? It was Kofo's dad that was in charge of the reception. And the dad was talking only to me. So it's what I tell him that the man will do, Anyway, we came, that went. So we drove to Ijebu-Ode from Lagos after the reception and everything, because you take the bride to your ancestral home, and the paternal, whatever. So we drove there and we slept. I was sharing not too long ago that 6 of us slept in one room on my wedding day. Yeah. So when people get married today now and say, oh, yeah, we have a hotel, I just look at them and say, oh, lucky you. 6 of us with my wife, new bride, everybody, my wife, my chief bridesmaid, maybe one lady, yeah, my friend's wife, then a friend of mine, that's my best man, another friend, and I think I sat on the chair like this, and this was my room, on a chair like this, and this is how I slept, on my wedding day, and I just wanted everything to be over, But when I got to Ijebu that day, I saw canopies and everything. So I was wondering, what's happening here? Do you understand? So I didn't ask any question. When we woke up the next day, my car was already there. We took a friend's car to Ijebu-Ode that day, because my dad sent his own car, But what I did was that before we got to home, Ijebu-Ode, I changed car. I moved into my friend's car. So my dad's car was driving, but was empty, because I wanted to, So anyway, so when I changed car and we moved home and everything, so the following day I saw my dad, I was ready to leave for Lagos, Because some people cooking, everything, they were getting drinks, canopies, the musician was getting set. So he said, how can you be going now? That we're having a party. I said, party for who and for what? He said, for you, for your wedding. I said, my wedding? He said, my wedding ended yesterday. He said, but, I said, sir, you did not give me $1 towards this wedding. And you spend this much money for party? It's your party. It's not my party. I just got into my car and I drove out with my wife. I didn't see him again until 1 year later when we had a year plus. Yeah, that when we had our son, you know, and we had to do the naming ceremony in his house. I didn't want to go, but, you know, my wife begged me and said, please, let's just end this rift. Let's settle it. That was it, though. If not, I probably would not have spoken to him again in my life, you know, honestly. Because I didn't understand how you could deprive me of so much support and then you are doing a party the next day. And people that come to the party will think, oh, he's the one that did all this. Even my wedding is the one. He didn't contribute jack. So what are you talking about? You know, how many people will I be telling that? But I was able to tell them that by not staying for that party. I just went away. So all his friends, everybody came. Where is the newly married people? I said, they don't need to see me. If they saw me, what will they do to them? It's not to shake me. I didn't give me any money. And when I needed money was past anyway. I needed the money for the wedding. You know, anything you give me after the wedding doesn't really matter. You know, you help people when they need help and where they need the help, not just how you feel. You know, if you call me later for the help, it might not matter to me because I don't need that help again. Do you understand? You know.
Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. A huge thank you to Pastor Tola for sharing such powerful and personal stories with us. Stay tuned every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time as we dive into further chapters of his story. Thank you.